All by Myself is a power ballad by American artist Eric Carmen released in 1975. The verse is based on the second movement of Sergei Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto No. 2 in C minor, Opus 18. The chorus borrows from the song Let's Pretend that Carmen had recorded with the Raspberries in 1972. The song was the first released on Carmen's first solo LP after leaving the power pop group the Raspberries and was released as the first single in December 1975 to great success. It reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 1 on Cashbox Top 100 Singles and number 3 in Canada. The single sold more than 1 million copies in the United States and was certified gold by the RIAA in April 1976. All by Myself was Carmen's first of 8 US top 40 hits. In the UK, however, this was his only top 40 hit, peaking at number 12. In a 2006 poll for UK's 5 programme Britain's Favourite Breakup Songs, Eric Carmen's version of this song was voted 17th. Carmen thought that Rachmaninoff unregistered trademark S music was in the a public domain and no copyright existed on it. Subsequent to the release of the album, Carmen was contacted by the Rachmaninoff estate and informed otherwise. An agreement was reached in which the estate would receive 12% of the royalties from All by Myself as well as Never Gonna Fall in Love Again, which was based on the third movement from Rachmaninoff's Symphony No. 2. Carmen has stated that he also incorporated part of another melody into this song. The melody was taken from his previous hit with the Raspberries, Let's Pretend. Carmen's original version has spawned numerous cover versions by such artists as Celine Dion, Frank Sinatra, Igor Desmond and Ju and Il Divo. On his second solo LP, Boats Against the Current, Carmen had a subsequent top 40 hit entitled She Did It, which was the antithesis of All by Myself. It is a happy answer to the loneliness and lovelessness described in this song and its equally melancholy follow-up, Never Gonna Fall in Love Again. The Carmen version is used in the video introduction for Conan O'Brien's Legally Prohibited from Being Funny on Television tour, when an obese and bearded version of the talk show host struggles to cope with losing his job as host of Tonight Show. The Carmen version is also featured in the second season's episode 17 of the 90s popular sitcom Friends, and a season 4 episode of the hit sitcom That 70s Show. It was also featured in the film Under Wraps. The version is used also in the film I Nuova I Mostri directed by Dino Risi, with Ornella Muti and Yorgo Voyages. Chart performance. Celine Dion version, one of the most notable cover versions of All by Myself, was recorded by Celine Dion in 1996. It was the fourth hit single from her album Falling Into You. Produced by David Foster at Compass Point Studios in the Bahamas, it was released on October 7, 1996 in Europe, January 13, 1997 in Australia, and March 11, 1997 in North America. There were 3 music videos made. The first one was released in October 1996. It contains fragments from Dion's photo session for the Falling Into You album cover and some scenes from her Live a Paris concert. It was made for the single version and it was directed by Nigel Dick. The second version was made for the UK market with the same white t-shirt scenes but adding footage of a young couple in love at Christmas time, instead of scenes from Dion's concert. This was made for the album version. Finally, a live music video was released in March 1997 in North America. Dion performed this song many times during world tours, TV shows and music events such as the Grammy Awards, Billboard Music Awards and Bambi Awards. A performance from her 2008 to 2009 Taking Chances tour can be found on the Taking Chances World Tour, the concert DVD CD. It is currently included in the setlist of Dion's Las Vegas residency show Car Copyright Line, which premiered on March 15, 2011. The song was also performed during the 2013 Sans Attended tour. The Quebec City performance was included in the Car Copyright Line. Une seule fois/Live 2013 CD DVD. Dion recorded also a Spanish version of All by Myself, called Solo Otra Vez. It was added to the Falling Into You Latin American Spanish edition, and as a B-side to other singles from that album. This version became available worldwide on Dion's later compilation The Collector's Series, Volume 1. The CD single was released in 1996 in Brazil only. Dion's solo Otra Vez was selected the #1 Spanish-language cover of an English pop song by the Spanish version.org. The All By Myself single became one of Dion's biggest hits in the United States, reaching #1 on the Hot Adult Contemporary Tracks and the Latin Pop Airplay. It peaked at #4 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was also a top 10 hit in France, United Kingdom, Wallonia in Belgium and the Republic of Ireland. In Canada, All By Myself was released as a promotional single only, hitting #1 on the Adult Contemporary chart. All By Myself was certified gold in the US, and silver in the UK and France. The track was included on some editions of Dion's Greatest Hits All the Way A Decade of Song in 1999 and On My Love, Essential Collection in 2008. This version also features on the ITV game show Take Me Out if the contestant leaves the show without a date. Critical reception. Dion's cover received mixed to positive reviews. New York Times editor Stephen Holden wrote that the remake, along with Because You Loved Me, are the strongest cuts on an album crammed with formulaic romantic bombast. Music Hook launch Yahoo.com editor, Dan Leroy, wrote, trying to out-emote Eric Carmen was almost crazy enough to work. Entertainment Weekly editor Chuck Eddy said. But only in her desolate cover of Eric Carmen's All By Myself does she truly crash through the glass ceiling of passion. Charts and certifications. Other cover versions. In 1994, All By Myself was covered by New Zealand singer Margaret Illick. Her version reached #100 in Australia in November 1994, and #26 in New Zealand in March 1995. Use in advertisements, Toyota Sora, Japan, 1991, Honda CR-V 2nd generation, Thailand, 2002. See also. References. External links, full lyrics of this song at Metro Lyrics.